This is Top 30.
Welcome to the show. I'm Richard Bacon.
And I'm Kristen Smith, and we have 30 stories in 30 minutes, so let's get started. It looks like the Snuggie is in a situation that's, well, not too cozy. If you don't remember, the Snuggie is the blanket with sleeves that went viral after its infamous infomercial first aired in 2008. But now thousands of Snuggie owners might be entitled to a refund. The Federal Trade Commission slapped All-Star Marketing Group, the maker of the Snuggie, with a $7.2 million fine over misleading advertising. The dispute centers on their buy one, get one free claim. They promoted a deal for 2 Snuggies for the price of $19.95, but it wasn't disclosed that shipping and handling would be an additional $7.95 per item, bringing the total cost up to $35.85, or basically the cost of 2 Snuggies. The FTC is expected to mail out almost 220,000 refund checks, with each customer getting an average of $33 back. But wait, there's more. The fine also covers other products made by All-Star, like the Perfect Bacon Bowl and the Magic Mesh Door. So act fast and you might get your refund today.
Travel experts are warning that this year's spring break season will be the busiest ever. The trade group Airlines for America says airports can expect more than 150 million travelers during the March and April holiday season. That's nearly 2.5 million flyers every single day. It's up 4% from the previous record, which was set last year. Airlines have tried to meet demand by adding more routes and using larger planes. The researchers say the increase is due to a strong economy and low airfares. Airlines are competing with each other to keep ticket prices low, partly due to increasingly popular low-cost carriers like Spirit and Frontier. The Transportation and Security Administration warns the increase in travel will lead to delays at the airport. The TSA says to arrive at the airport early, trusted traveler programs like PreCheck and Global Entry have faster lines and don't require flyers to remove their shoes. The agency also encourages people to ask questions via Twitter before getting to the airport.
Ford is recalling 1.4 million cars in North America because loose bolts could cause the steering wheel to fall off. The safety recall applies to 2014 through 2018 models of their Ford Fusion and Lincoln MKZ sedans. And Jennifer Lopez is speaking out about her Me Too moment. She said in a recent interview, "I haven't been abused in the way some women have, but have I been told by a director to take off my shirt? Yes, I have. But did I do it? No, I did not." And it's officially March Madness for college basketball, but players from Stephen F. Austin State University were hilariously baffled at a press conference when they were asked what the F stands for in their college's name. After about 20 seconds, senior guard Ivan Canetti finally guessed, saying, "Fun?" I think a better answer would have been Final Four, but the real answer is Fuller.
Let's go to the New York Stock Exchange for our Fox Business Minute with your friend and mine, Nicole Pedalides. Nicole, Apple has unveiled an innovative change.
That's right, Richard. Apple is making it easier to share your Wi-Fi network with your friends. All you need to do is make sure your devices are running on iOS 11 and that you are connected to your Wi-Fi. Stand near your friend and have them join your network. And voila, access is approved at the tap of a button. Nacho fries are now Taco Bell's highest-selling product. The Tex-Mex chain has sold more than 53 million orders since being launched in January. The company says its fries are sold in 1 out of every 3 orders, compared to 1 out of every 4 orders for the previous bestseller, and that was Doritos Locos Taco. Twitter is reportedly working on a video feature that would be more camera-centric by collecting and sharing users' videos and photos like Snapchat does on its Discover tab.
And Nicole, how can this move hurt Snapchat?
If this happens, we'd see Twitter shift its focus away from text and pivot to multimedia. And it all comes down to money, because Twitter could let advertisers place sponsored content on the material the users share.
Interesting stuff. Nicole Pedalides, thank you. Welcome back to Top 30. A new study details just how much Americans could be overpaying for prescription drugs. Researchers at USC found that patients were paying higher prices by using their health insurance 23% of the time. The issue has to do with insurance copays. So, just to explain a copay is you go to a pharmacy and you hand over some money for a drug and your insurance company pays the rest.
I would have never thought to ask, how much is this without my copay?
Never
how much is this
exactly.
without insurance? Because you have insurance and you automatically think that you're getting the lowest price possible.
And the insurance company's paying the difference. And they use the example of a drug that's $10, and in reality, if you just paid in cash, it would have been $7.
Right.
And it's basically through a middleman. Think of them as being agents for the pharmaceutical companies who are making them that money.
You know, I don't think people know, I don't think everyone knows that drug prices actually vary from pharmacy to pharmacy. So it's important to ask those extra questions like, okay, this is my copay. Listen, how much would this be without my copay?
Here's the kicker. Some insurance plans prohibit pharmacists from telling patients due to gag clauses.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is an absolutely wild story. This mad, labyrinth, secretive system that wastes money.
You know what else varies from country to country?
Tell me.
Happiness. Did you know that?
You're doing a brilliant segue.
There's this new report
Here we go.
out. It says Finland is the happiest country in the world. More than 150 countries were surveyed. And in case you were wondering about the U.S., we came in at number 18, and the U.K., despite its wonderful health care, came in lower at number 19.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I mean, that is actually true. But actually, when you look at the top 6, they actually do all have universal health care.
You know what else they do? They all take naps. They all have a break in the day at some point, and they value
Is that true?
family values and different things that the United States maybe doesn't so much. But
and yet, if somebody said to me, Richard, I'm afraid you've got to move with your family to Finland, it would make me profoundly unhappy.
I know, right? Isn't it super cold there? They also asked a question to everybody surveyed. Say you have a ladder. 10 is the most happy, 1 is the least happy. Where are you on that ladder?
I think it's a bit of a ridiculous survey because there is no unit of happiness. And I just don't know really how you average this out over a whole country in every city, town and person.
Well, I'll tell you, answer the question. Where are you on the ladder?
I'm at 10. I'm really happy because I don't live in Finland. Top 30 will be right back.
Welcome back to Top 30. The University of Arizona is collecting data on students' locations, saying the data can be used to prevent students from dropping out of school. The students are given an ID card that they swipe around campus at nearly 700 locations, including vending machines, libraries, labs, and residence halls. These are fed into an analytics system that can track trends. The data can then be used to identify students who may be dropout risks. So I get it. I think in theory, this sounds great.
It's excellent.
But then you think about privacy concerns, and critics are saying, whoa, 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 because the cards are mandatory.
But it's not really snooping into your private life. It's basically saying if you went to a vending machine and put a card in it, or you went to the library, or you went to a shop on campus and paid for something, that's not a secret anyway. Think of location services on your phone.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go is tracked anyway. It doesn't really matter. What is clever about this is if the algorithms are correct, then it will fairly accurately predict who is on the verge of quitting. And some of this technology has already decreased the rates at which students drop out.
Yeah.
Right? That's a good thing. And by the way, the students who drop out are often troubled kids who need attention, you know?
So with these cards, they will get the attention they need.
Yeah. Now to a story that's making headlines around the world. A French couple is going to court because they named their baby daughter Liam.
Explain what the problem is here.
Basically, the court is saying that boys are named Liam, not girls, and that will be a disadvantage to her later in life. So until 1993 in France, parents had to choose their kids' names from an approved list, which is a remarkable thing.
Right, it's unbelievable. But it's important to know that to kind of understand why this is such a big deal that these parents named their daughter Liam in France.
Yeah, right. And still the state can intervene if they think a child's name might hinder them in life.
The fact that the name Liam is typically a boy name, I mean, it's not too far out when it comes to culture
extreme,
there.
Yeah. If I met a girl called Liam, I wouldn't think anything about it.
I like it.
I quite like it as well. It's increasingly common that you get the sort of unisex names.
Yeah, a neutral name,
a neutral name.
Yeah, my daughter has one. Her name's Phoenix. I thought we were having a boy at first. We were going to name him Phoenix, but then she popped out. She was a girl, and we named her Phoenix still. Yeah. It's neutral.
I like Liam, and I think she sounds lovely.
Me too. let's talk about taxes, shall we? Have you done your taxes yet?
I have people to do them.
People do that for me. Okay, well, it turns out the federal government has more than $1 billion in unclaimed tax refunds to give out. That's a lot of money. The IRS says they are trying to contact 1 million people to give them their money.
Yeah, which makes it sound like a lot less money, because you're talking about, so it's 1.1 billion divided by a million.
Even if it's $5, though, I mean, that's a hazelnut latte at Starbucks. I mean, I want that latte.
Is that how much? That seems like a lot. A hazelnut latte
I think
costs $5.
$4.75.
That is expensive.
Yeah, it's getting up there. Okay,
I better
so
call my people and get that rebate.
call your people.
Quickly.
Your people are going to be busy today. Well, the IRS says most of the money goes to people who didn't file their taxes in 2014, which isn't really a huge deal because a lot of people don't file if they don't think they owe any money. But turns out you may be missing out on a payday. So if you're watching and that's you, you're going to want to click on Top 30 TV, our Facebook page, because we have the links there to get to the IRS and figure out if they owe you money.
The details of this story are kind of more interesting than I think they first appear.
When it comes to Uncle Sam, we don't have a lot of opinions that matter. You know what I mean? Uncle Sam doesn't care what you think.
I don't have any opinions that matter, except I need to get to Starbucks, so let's go to a break. Top 30 will be right back.
In today's hometown stories from Fox 29 Philadelphia, Corinne Capriotti may only be 9 years old, but that hasn't stopped her from training to be an American Ninja warrior. She's at the gym almost every day, making her way through obstacle courses designed to test her strength, balance, and speed. And all of her practice is paying off. Corinne recently won the National Ninja League Championship for 9 and 10-year-olds. Her trainers say Corinne has endless energy, and she more than holds her own with the adults. In our second story from Fox 35 Orlando, 88-year-old James Bruce, who goes by the nickname Lefty, donated 4 bulletproof vests to the Mount Dora Police Department in Florida. And they aren't just any bulletproof vests. They're super vests that can even stop high-velocity bullets from assault-style rifles. Now he's being honored by the police officers for his selfless donation. And how did that make him feel? Well, this is what Lefty had to say.
You might get me to cry. I don't like that. I'm not used to that. I don't need it. I'm surprised.
In our final story from Fox 9 Minneapolis, a local brewing company hosted a one-of-a-kind event in their tap room, a fundraiser called Pet a Corgi. And yes, it was exactly what you'd expect. Between 30 and 40 corgis roamed around the brewery as guests sipped on beer and cuddled with the dogs. The event raised money for Midwest Animal Rescue and will also help fund upcoming corgi races. And from the looks of people there, it seems like this unique fundraiser will become a beloved annual event.
A growing number of companies are trying to stop fake followers on social media. Fake accounts or bots on platforms like Instagram can be used to like, comment, and follow genuine posts to gain more followers. It allows users to pay to be popular. Those users can then use their higher follow accounts to win lucrative deals from brands who hire social media influencers for marketing. The trend has worried those companies. The New York Times reports that it's led to a whole new industry, detective agencies that find bots. Companies like Dovetail spend all day scrolling through accounts looking for fakes. Other companies like Silo vet social media users for fraud. The companies use a variety of metrics to spot fakes. Some have never posted or lack a profile picture. They might also post stock photos. Others are harder to spot because they might use the personal information of real people, often without their knowledge. Brands who say they want authenticity may now have to actually pay for it.
It's the way of the world now, huh? Okay, Jacob Thrasher was greeted with an unexpected scavenger hunt one night that ended in tears, and you'll see why. His wife, Jerica's daughter, Erilyn, was just 2 years old when they met. Now she's 9 and told her mom she wants her stepdad's last name. Jerica secretly got the adoption papers in order and says she and Erilyn immediately got to work planning the surprise for Jacob.
Families don't have to match. You don't have to look like someone else to love them.
Using cute quotes, the clues led him around the house from note to note.
You didn't give me life, life gave me you.
The final clue directed Jacob to the city's courthouse, where Erilyn was waiting with adoption papers in hand.
Do you remember when you got down on your knees and said you will be my forever daughter? And I can't wait for that to happen. Now, Daddy, will you adopt?
I I love happy endings like this one.
Of course. No one can get away from bad reviews online, not even animals. Zoos and aquariums across America are tweeting reviews of various species in the style of Amazon write-ups of household and consumer products. It began when the Oregon Zoo tweeted this review of a sea otter named Lincoln. The author noted that the creature was totally winter-ready and waterproof. It used the hashtag #RateASpecies. Soon the Monterey Bay Aquarium joined in with posts like this 4-star review of jellyfish. The hashtag began going viral. Not all the reviews were positive. The California Academy of Sciences gave a 3-star review to its albino alligator, saying the color was not as shown. A duck-billed platypus got a 1-star review with the title, "Not What I Ordered." The Oregon Zoo employee who started the hashtag said it spotlighted some less loved creatures and why the planet needs them. The zookeepers behind the tweets hope the facts in the reviews will be educational. I would not have given jellyfish a 4-star review.
What would your rating have been?
A 0-star review because they are pointless. We told you, it's a fact. We told you that Stephen Hawking passed away on Wednesday at the age of 76. We wanted to show you what a remarkable life he lived. He was diagnosed with ALS when he was 21, but he went on to complete his PhD at the University of Cambridge. He would go on to meet with presidents and popes and even appear on The Simpsons 4 times. In 2009, Barack Obama awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and the year before that, he met with Nelson Mandela. That isn't, you know, the only great person that Stephen Hawking met.
Oh, yeah?
His life.
Yeah, I mean, he met a lot of people.
A lot of people, and some would say that this was his crowning moment. Have a look at that.
Definitely one of his finer moments.
Isn't that a great picture?
Yeah, it is an incredible photo.
I actually met him a few times.
Yeah.
And that was at a friend's house at a party.
Yeah.
But
how was your experience?
Overwhelmingly exciting. And his is one of the few celebrity deaths, I think, that really leaves you with that sense of something is now missing in the world.
Yeah, that's pretty profound.
Yeah.
And I can understand why.
And I'm also
brilliant man.
Brilliant man. I'm also struck by the sense that, you know, the failure of his body seemed to enhance his mind. I put that photo on Instagram yesterday. It's so sad he's passed, but on honor to meet him. And my friend texted me saying, "Harry Styles is dead?" Oh, gosh. He's not.
No.
Top 30 will be right back.
One mom out of Ontario, Canada, wants to make sure her kids realize the gravity of bullying and just how wrong it is. Jen Brown says she was notified by the school that her young son was causing trouble on the bus, so she decided to teach both of her boys a lesson. She made them walk to school while she walked beside them with a sign that read, "Being bad and rude to our bus driver. Mom's making us walk." A full 7.2 kilometers or 4.5 miles, and 2 hours later, the boys made it to school. Jen says she was met with some criticism over her parenting methods, but the feedback overall was positive. She even got a thank you card from the school bus driver. But more importantly, she says her boys won't be misbehaving on the bus anymore. You may be missing out on free money and special programs from Amazon. Steve Noviello from Fox 4 Dallas has the inside scoop on the programs Amazon Prime members should be using, but probably aren't. Steve?
Hey, Kristen, the first one is for any Amazon shopper and could not be easier. Take a look down here. It's the Amazon Smile program. It lets you give back for free. You access the same products at the same prices that you love on Amazon, but when you click through the Smile website, the Smile Foundation donates 1/2% of your purchase price to virtually any 501c3 organization in the country. You pick the charity. They take care of all of the giving. Next up, take a look at the table today. This is the Prime Sample program. Prime Samples are a great way to try a product for a much lower price without the commitment to paying full price. Free shipping, no minimum orders, lets you preview a sample size. Now, if you decide, you know what, I really do like this blueberry vanilla cashew bar, I'd like to buy the full size box with the 12 bars in it, Prime Sample will credit back the money you spent on the sample and let you use it toward the purchase price of the full size item. Details right now, facebook.com/SaveMeSteve.
Wow, I didn't know about those programs. I'll definitely have to check them out. Thanks, Steve.
Dominique Crenn may have been born in France, but she's making a big impact in the US culinary scene. In 2011, she opened her first restaurant, Atelier Crenn, in San Francisco, and her artistic presentation of French cuisine earned her 2 Michelin stars in 2012. making her the only woman in the United States with that distinction. She says poetry inspires much of her cooking, and it's true. Instead of a traditional menu, guests receive a poem written by Kren that describes the meal ahead. And by the looks of her food, guests can expect a visual feast as much as a culinary one. Kren is continuing to push the boundaries of the food space. It was recently announced that her next project will be a 4,000 square foot endeavor in the Salesforce Tower, the tallest building in San Francisco. It will combine a restaurant, bakery, and a boutique fashion space, and will also host temporary art installations.
That's great. Well, here's what we have coming up on our next show. Many Americans shopping for a new home are being caught on camera, and it could affect what they're paying. Plus, new research on the surprising benefits of pizza. And behind the scenes with Meghan Markle in this week's Royal Watch. Top 30 also covers more of the day's stories live on Facebook every day at 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. We'll see you next time on the next Top 30.